Hey everybody, this is Eric Freeman Sims, paranormal researcher, investigator, and host of the Unseen Paranormal Podcast. You are listening to Ghost in the Valley Podcast.
Ghost in the Valley podcast. I'm your host, crawly. Today I have an all-woman paranormal team called T.A.T. T-A.T. Angel, Tammy, Amanda, and Tara. These four ladies go places that I know most men wouldn't go. They've battled bats and all these creepy crawly things in basements and attics. I'll be right back with my conversation with the women from T.A.T. right after these messages.
Hey everyone, Eric here. I am the host of the Unseen Paranormal Podcast. Join me for a new episode every Wednesday as I delve into the unseen world with historians, authors, researchers, and investigators as we try to understand and make sense of the paranormal. You can listen to past and future episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, or at unseenparanormalpodcast.com. Please like the show on Facebook and share with your friends. And remember, some of the scariest things are unseen.
Okay, today I'm speaking with an all-woman paranormal team from my state of Ohio. They call themselves T.A.T. T-A.T. Angel, Amanda, Tammy, and Tara. Welcome back to the show, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I think last time you were on was on my Halloween special. You were on the tail end of a haunted house story I did with Mike and Rachel in Delroy, Ohio. So let's open up with that. Rachel gave me a call and she wanted me to contact Mike because activity has picked up tremendously in the house. There's really not much I can do to go out there. I think what they need really is a psychic, more somebody to kind of communicate that way, because I think the spirit boxes are just going to pick up. They may pick up some of the questions you ask, but I think they're dealing with more of an evil entity in that house. I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
We just went out there this past Sunday, and we feel the same thing. Because there was something upstairs on the second floor, in the closet. I don't know what it is. I don't feel it's a demon, but I feel it's a bad spirit.
Yeah, I call it a bad entity or bad spirit. Yeah, because that's where I felt it. That's where I seen the shadow figure behind Mike was upstairs also. I think she was saying the doorbell was ringing at night or the phone was ringing and just more things happening. And nobody's there.
Well, she called me, and when she called me, she said that her cell phone was going off, was vibrating.
Mm-hmm.
And it vibrate, like she told him that if you wanted to communicate, to have the phone vibrate 3 times, and it did. Now, this time when we were out there, we didn't get to go through all of our stuff yet, but what we seen just being out there, we had 3 come through.
It was 2 different people than last time.
Yeah.
How many you think was you contacted? I felt more than one spirit.
This time when we were out there, there had to be at least 5.
There's a couple kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was a little girl.
Little girl came through. Little girl comes through every time we go out there.
And then there's an older woman.
She was gone. She's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's not there no more. The evil entity, I guess that's what you want to call it, was there. And Rachel and Mike had gotten a Harley Davidson from a friend. They bought it off of somebody that he passed away, and he came through. And then Rachel got Christmas ornaments from her roommate that had passed away. A friend gave her a box of ornaments, and he came through.
You think that, because the house was moved from the bottom of the hill up to where it sits now, because there's either one or 2 things happening. Either there was spirits in the house before the house was moved, which over almost 200 years ago, or it was placed on Indian burial grounds, which is which was my thought, because he had dug up Indian artifacts out of his garden. And plus seeing that Indian type running spirit down along the edge of his wood line, I would say more of a / Indian / skinwalker type of thing.
Well, this time when we went out there, we were talking to Mike, I found out exactly where the house was located. And we did another house on the street where the house originally was at.
Oh, really?
We did a house there probably, he was on that one with us. Yeah, it's probably been about 2 or 3 years ago.
Mike's house that got moved had to be maybe a couple houses, would have been a couple houses beside the one we were at.
And it was very active too.
I didn't go to that one.
So maybe that whole area is like some type of burial ground.
Well, he said he thought that he might have heard the other house, not his house, but the other house. There was a garage built over some grave sites.
Now, did all 4 of you go out, or was just a couple of you? Or
Sarah didn't go with us.
Mm-hmm.
It was just us 3 girls.
I mean, what did you pick up different this time than the last time you went last year? I mean, you said there was difference. The old lady's gone now.
Yeah, no, the old lady's not there no more.
You got a couple new spirits.
Yeah, we got the guy that owns the Harley Davidson. He came through. He actually came through and was talking to Rachel and Mike over our, what do you want to call it? Hope box.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel's friend that had passed away that she got the Christmas ornaments from. I had somebody come through me and I was describing these Christmas ornaments that he wanted her to get out. She went and got them. She had them. Because there was 2 ornaments that he wanted out all the time. He wanted them left out all year round. He didn't want them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of equipment did you take with you?
We used our...
There's several EMF detectors.
So you use the jump rope?
We have a jump rope that we use and a music box.
The little girl likes the music box.
Oh, yeah, like some trigger items for the little girl.
Oh, she loves the music box. She played the music box a couple of times for us.
Mm-hmm.
We have a jump rope that lights up. And our spirit box that we use, we had things come through on it.
Did you feel like the energy was really high in that house?
The energy was way different this time when we were there. Way different.
Wow, what do you mean?
It was way stronger for some reason. And I don't...
intense.
As soon as
feel it when you walk in the house.
As soon as we walked in the house, we all felt it.
Yeah, I know when I was in there, the energy was really intense. I mean, you know that glass cover you put on your cell phone to protect your screen?
Yes.
You know, it cracked mine like in 4 spots, 4 even spots, like 4 even sections on my phone. That never happened to me before, ever.
Angel's phone kept getting turned off. Mine froze a couple times.
Killed the battery.
Oh, yeah. I had 100%. And by the time, I think we were only there maybe 20 minutes, I looked at my phone and I was down to 45%.
Mine was too, you know. That's why I was going to do the interview in the house when I went there to do the interview for the Halloween special. But I decided to go out on the front porch because the energy was just way, and there was a humming, some type of humming that was coming across my audio, a really loud hum.
Get that on mine too.
But I didn't have that, you know, when I was standing there, I didn't hear it that prevalent. But, you know, on playing it back, it was really prevalent on my audio equipment.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot going on at their place. They found an egg in the basement.
What kind of egg?
We don't know.
Like a porcelain egg?
No, it was a real egg. It was a real egg.
Like egg you eat.
Yeah, it would have been a chicken egg.
Like a goose egg or something.
Yeah, but this is the thing. There's no way for anything to get underneath their house where the egg was at because it's all brick and it's all sealed. They have one little pinhole.
Maybe an inch.
Not even that.
Snake egg.
No, it's not.
We broke it
that's
open.
we broke it open.
Whoa.
Then I thought it was a snake egg. And Rachel's sister raises snakes, and she said, no, it's not a snake egg. It's definitely a chicken egg. It was a chicken egg at one time. But we have no idea how this egg got in the house. The only thing that I can figure out is when they moved the house there, that egg could have been there, and it just rolled down the ground because it's all dirt underneath there.
Yes, I didn't go down to the basement when I was there. I was just curious if there's like maybe a different passageway into that basement, you know, like underground entrance or storm door or something.
It's the old storm door outside.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that you have to open up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the kind of door that they have.
I call it Dorothy door.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's how we get to, that's the only way you can get to the cellar. You can't get to the cellar through the house at all.
So I don't think he told me that when I was there. I forgot.
When we were upstairs, the closet that I kept feeling the entity was very strong in, Mike proceeds to tell me that there's a door in that closet that has been sealed.
Okay.
We have no idea what's on the other side of that door.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking there's something else that's going on there.
Oh, yeah. And then Mike found a notebook, which I'm going to say the notebook was probably from...
It's old.
It had to be from the 70s. Just the way the notebook was. This is something that I would go to my grandma's when I was a little girl and write on. You know what I mean? It was an old notebook.
That brown paper.
It had it was wrapped up in contact paper, and it was put into it looked like a plastic, like a real heavy plastic box, and we opened it up, but there was nothing on the notebook. There was nothing written in the notebook, so we don't understand what the purpose of that was. I have no idea why they wrapped this up in contact paper.
It was shoved up
in the rafters.
Yeah, of the basement.
Yeah.
So you found the notebook plus the egg.
Mike and Rachel found it, and they showed us when we got there.
Because there was a family lived there before they moved in, because they were taking care of that elderly person.
Yeah, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you don't know anything written on that notebook or that paper?
No, there was nothing. You couldn't even. There was nothing written on it. Like how when you write on paper and sometimes it'll print over to the next sheet, and you could
bleed.
Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing in this notebook written. Nothing.
So nobody got hurt.
Oh no one got hurt. Amanda thought at one point in time I was going to hit her, but.
Why is that?
Well, because something come through, and there was that entity, and he was mean.
He was.
Yeah, Mike says that there's an evil. I mean, I won't say the word evil, but there was a bad spirit there that's causing trouble.
Oh yeah, I mean this entity is bad. He's bad. But like I kept telling Amanda and Angel when we were out there, I said I don't feel that it's a demon. It's not a demon. It's just it's a bad spirit. It's just a bad spirit. I mean, bad spirit. No, the little girl scared to death of him.
Yeah, I was going to say that, because you had the little girl there, was the younger spirit, and then you got the ornery one, So I'm thinking, because I had mentioned to Mike about maybe if he wanted to try to remove that spirit, or like using sage or open the windows and going through that process. At that time, he didn't want to have the spirits to leave because it was part of the history of the house.
Yeah, he didn't want the little girl to go anywhere.
Right, but I think the other one should go.
Oh yeah, and I told Mike I could go in there and do it.
I told him the same thing, get rid of the other one,
Yeah, he don't want me to go in there and sage or nothing. And I said, Mike, you just got to know what you're doing with it. You just can't go in and just burn sage and think everything is going to be fine and dandy, because it's not.
Right.
Well, I feel like Mike might be a little sensitive himself. Yeah. So I feel like he
got really emotional.
Mm-hmm. He's feeling and sensing some more things than maybe even Rachel is.
Oh, yeah, because I know when I grew up in my haunted house, that, you do get connected with, a couple of spirits. And I'll tell you what, I was scared to death when I moved into the house. But when we moved out 4 or 5 years later, I was wanting to cry because you're leaving like part of the family. Yeah, I'm glad nobody was hurt or, last time I think you said somebody who had a bad headache.
Yeah, I got one. Mike got one.
I got one.
Angel had to go outside too. I mean, we had to go outside. It was nothing that we couldn't handle, but like I told Mike.
Your attention now.
Oh, yeah. It definitely got our attention.
Oh, yeah. It'll grab your attention, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it did.
So what have you done? I mean, we've talked before October of last year. You were, like I said, you were in the second part of my Halloween special. You had something planned about it. I think it was a school you were going to go to.
Yeah. What was the name of it?
Old Grafton School.
That was September.
Oh, yeah. We also found it was a funeral home. It was a funeral home in
Pennsylvania,
PA. It's right on the outskirts it's close to Youngstown.
Yeah, just right on the other side.
It's called Greenville Manor.
Oh, yeah. I've been there. Mm-hmm.
Have you? Okay. We got a lot of cool stuff there.
That's active. Yeah.
Very active. Until the bat.
I'm only like 30 miles from there.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm up by Youngstown. So.
Yeah, we could have stayed there longer the one time, but a bat decided to chase us out.
Oh, yeah. That was the 1 year in the basement. The bat was down there.
This was upstairs.
No, this was, yeah.
You had another one. You had a bat. Didn't you deal with a bat in another house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That the other place was the prison.
The prison.
Yeah, but I can go the first grandmother.
Maybe we should change your name from T.A.T. to B.A.T.
No, I don't do bats. Mm-mm.
From the last time you scared the dickens off you downstairs.
We got a lot of stuff at Greenville.
Yeah,
Yeah, me and Tim don't do bats. We run.
And then the schoolhouse, we got. I never
crazy stuff at the schoolhouse.
I would never think that a schoolhouse would be that active, and it was. It was insane the stuff we got at the schoolhouse.
Yeah, it was Old Grafton School.
We got a lot of good pictures.
Mm-hmm. That's where we got the picture of
the teacher.
Something down.
Remember whatever it was on their back.
Yep. Down at the end of the hallway.
Yeah. And the one at the top of the gym, the one series I got where the figure that they said shows up, and it showed up, and I got the image of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, that's all those pictures are on our Facebook page.
I went there a couple of years ago. Also, the Hillview Manor.
That Hillview was another bat place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That one had a cemetery out back.
We do a lot of cemeteries.
Oh, yeah, cemeteries are always active. Of course, where you get spirits, dead people.
Yep. We're going to our favorite place this weekend.
Where's that?
That is in Sutton, West Virginia. It's called the
Heyman House in Sutton, West Virginia.
Heyman, I haven't been there.
We spent a lot of time there.
Oh, man. That's our second home. The lady that owns it is
phenomenal.
She is just phenomenal. The first time we went there, we were one of the first people to go in there and investigate when she opened it up, I think. There was us and
another one.
West Virginia Paranormal, is that what they were called?
Yeah.
Something like that. But they went in there too, but we were like the first or second group to go in there and investigate, and I can't even tell you how many times we've been there.
We stay there for usually we spend a couple of days there because it's about a 4 or 5 hour trip. But the house is uber clean. It's like a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Like
they take very, very good care of it, and they're putting it back to its original state. But all the money truly goes back into the home.
The best part about staying there is the kids like to play with your toes.
But it's definitely worth checking out.
Did you spend the night there or just?
Oh yeah,
we stay.
We stay for a couple of nights when we go.
We spent a whole weekend there, like a Sunday to Tuesday or a Saturday till Monday, or we spend multiple days there.
You find the most activities at night?
Not
there. That it can be kind of. It's all hours.
There's
of the
a
day.
lot.
There's sometimes we're all sit downstairs like in the morning. We'll get up in the morning, and of course none of us are functioning yet because we have been up all night. But we'll get up in the morning, and they'll start as soon as we get up.
But I'm finding now that a lot of places we go to, like if we'll stay, like there's activity in the morning during daylight hours. We're finding that, I don't know if it's just because we're honing in on our craft now or whatever, but it just seems like for us, it used to be just strictly nighttime.
Yeah.
But now I think the more we've done is we've kind of appreciated like any time of the day is possible. Because that hospital we were at, which wasn't the greatest, but we got most of it during the day where we got drained.
Did we tell you about the hospital trip that we took?
I can't remember which one was that.
What was the name of the hospital?
Hospital on College Hill.
Hospital on College Hill. It's in
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yeah, I plan on going to West Virginia this summer to the Point Pleasant for the Mothman.
Oh my gosh.
Festival.
My niece wanted to go to that and we couldn't go.
Mothman Festival.
Yeah, that's one thing I've been talked about on the show is Mothman. So I told my wife, we're going to go down there. I don't think she's too thrilled about it, but but I want to check that out. Maybe I'll West Virginia. I'll check out that the Hammond House.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
you definitely.
definitely
It's well worth it.
But you gotta call ahead because she books really fast now.
The best time to go is during the week.
Yeah.
Spirits pick who they want to talk to too on your team or who they connect with.
Well, they honestly, the spirits there, I swear they know us because
we've been there so much.
Right.
We can go in there and
we always get something. We're never just
we have never left there without something going on, and it's always something different. And she's got a porthole for sure. Because there's been spirits that come through that have been like, what am I doing here?
The hippie?
The hippie.
Yeah.
The hippie.
Yeah, we had a hippie come through one time. We had a guy was in a car accident.
Yeah.
Multiple people.
And everybody thinks that the spirits that come through in certain locations are spirits that are from that location. And that's not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's a porthole, you're going to get all kinds coming through.
A fire alarm going off in the house at Heyman. We walked up the stairs and the fire alarm goes off.
I always said too, if another team was in there and left the portal open.
She's had teams, I don't know about recently, but she's had teams go in there and do some stupid stuff. Yeah, like you said,
not respect their property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amateur people out there, getting, they go on YouTube and they buy themselves a piece of equipment. They call themselves a paranormal investigator. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
They trash the places up and they have no respect.
Right. Have you ever been to the Mansfield Reformatory?
That was Amanda and I's very first time ever doing it. So
that's where we went. I took them there.
After that, that's where we started.
Yeah. Yep. That's where we kind of locked onto it and kind of just rode the train on.
But I'll be honest with you. Now, my personal opinion, I don't know about the girls. I think Moundsville Penitentiary is more active than Mansfield.
Well, I think looking back now, because we weren't experienced enough to know.
We know what the hell we were doing.
We're with our cell phones, and
we had that's what we had.
We had miner hats, flashlights on. We had no idea what the hell we were doing. Inexperienced, but it was the thrill. We got these Groupons and thought I invited to put people, and my sister's like, "Yeah, we'll go." And but watching the other people there and the other teams,
we had enough experience happen there that it kept us.
It caught our attention. And pulled us in to want to have the desire to keep doing it.
What was the first place that you guys took me? And then I got hooked.
The Gill House.
Yes, I was hooked.
The Gill House?
Yes.
Well, we won't talk about that place.
Oh, okay.
That's the first place I went, and I was hooked.
And it was an active place. We just really invested a lot of time. And everybody has their limitations. Because the Gill House was one of our favorite spots as well. I mean, it was a nice place to go and investigate. Well, again, that was someplace too where we usually got some.
Brownella.
That was a cool place.
That was in Galleon.
That has to do.
That was a funeral home, wasn't it?
What was that?
Brownella Cottage. It's in Galleon as well. But the guide there is a great guy, knows his stuff. It's a home built.
It was a mansion.
Right. It was a higher society owned home. Yeah. And then also with that, it's
church.
You also get to go into the church that's like the block over, which was really interesting too. There's a lot of activity there. But yeah, that was also a nice place.
The one place that we first started going to also in Ohio was Prospect.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've been there.
And we haven't been there for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And from what we understand, it got taken over by
Historical Society. Took it over.
So they opened up a lot more to it and stuff, and they cleaned it up because whenever we went out there, it was pretty
rundown.
It was rundown and it was rough.
Fenway, Ohio.
Yeah.
That's another one. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff there too.
Yeah, there's so many places in Ohio. I'm getting even calls now, even from Bigfoot sightings and camping grounds. You think out west or something, but it's just right here in our own state.
We've been to almost everything that we could possibly go to in Ohio. I mean, we haven't been up north. The big one that everybody keeps hitting me up and telling me, they go, you need to take your girls to the Franklin Castle.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
See, now, is that in a bad neighborhood?
It's also in a bad neighborhood, yeah.
That's the reason why
it makes me nervous. I want to come back out and make sure my tires are on my car.
Yeah. I don't worry about us because we can pretty much take care of ourselves.
Uh-huh.
I'm just worried about if I'm going to come out and all four of my tires are going to be off my car.
I'm like you, it doesn't matter if it's night or day. Sometimes you get more activity. It doesn't matter what time of day.
Right, exactly.
So do you do residential homes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We haven't had too many this year.
I know you did Mike and Rachel's house, but I mean, if you got a call, is there a fee? Is there a fee you charge, or how you go about that?
No, we don't charge to go into the homes.
I know Tam is a psychic medium.
She won't claim that, but yes, she is.
Yeah,
she's more sensitive.
Yeah, and I know just from a few that I've had on my show, the ones I've contacted so far, they want some type of compensation for going places. They want paid to get there.
We shouldn't be charging anybody because we don't know what we're getting. We have no idea what we're going to run into. Or
I can go in your house and not get a thing. Nothing can happen.
We can't guarantee
exactly.
There's something there you want gone that we can get gone. And there's no guarantees with any of that. So
and we don't. Unfortunately, I wish we could make big bucks off of doing what we do, but we don't. So why would I go and charge somebody when I don't even know what I'm going to walk into? Right.
My wife and I went on a alligator airboat in Florida and Everglades a couple of years ago. And the tour guide told us, you're paying $50 a ticket to go on this airboat. It's like, you may not see nothing,
Right.
But and I think the same thing with ghost hunting. Sometimes you don't get nothing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's about if it's a residential, like putting the homeowner's mind at ease and assuring them,
they're not crazy.
They're not crazy. And that, if they need assistance and whatever, we're not out to do that to make a buck, because a lot of our residential local, it's all word of mouth. We've done a home, someone else passed along, hey, I hear you do this. We're going to be willing to do whatever to help somebody out. And again, for us, it's a free, no charge investigation for the day for us. So it's a win-win for everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, right. We get to find out new information, and that leads us to another person to maybe, because a lot of being rural area, so we go to a farmhouse. Well, then this neighbor's farm is, so it's just, we're just kind of like getting the kind of just the grid of the area and find out, history about the land, the property. So it's, it's kind of the people. It's a thrill for us just to kind of get that information, just kind of learn more about, where we're at and where our location.
I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with the rest of my conversation with the women from the T.A.T team, T.A.T.
This is Weird on the Rocks, a podcast that explores the weird, unusual, strange, and unexplained, all while getting our drink on. Join me every other Monday as I share a different cocktail and discuss true crime, paranormal stories, unexplained phenomena, conspiracy theories, and much more. Find Weird on the Rocks on social media, the website weirdontheRocks.weebly.com, and listen on all of your favorite podcast apps. And don't forget to cheers and stay weird.
Welcome back, ladies.
Hello.
We were talking about, going out, you're going to these hospitals, you go to cemeteries. Any certain cemetery you've been to that you find most active?
There's one out by Atwood Lake. That's a lake down by us.
Mm-hmm.
Real active.
I heard about that one.
And I cannot think of the name of it. Hold on, the girls are looking it up.
Keep talking, Mom.
What's that one up there by City Valley?
Oh, yeah. No, that's
where they were counting, where the kids were counting.
We went to one. This one was like in the woods, basically. And the one time we went out there, me and Amanda went out there, we had picked up two little kids playing hide and go seek. You could hear one of them saying, I'm going to go hide. And then you heard the other one counting. We got it on our spirit box.
I think it's on our Facebook page. Probably.
Yeah, all of them's on our Facebook page. Everything's on our Facebook page. I always put pictures on there. Anywhere that we go.
Well, as long as we're permitted to. Yeah. There's some residentials, they request that and we keep it private if it's at their discretion.
That's what I did with Mike and Rachel. I don't put their address or anything out there. Even I told them that I promised them that on the podcast, on the episode we did, because you get a lot of crazy people that want to bombard that area and either disface the headstones at a cemetery or even pull up in the driveway at these people's homes, that are private.
Yeah, we don't put on there unless they give us permission to. But we even ask whenever we go on our regular hunts, if we're allowed to put stuff on our because we do TikTok too. We can put it on our TikTok page and on our Facebook page.
Yeah, you had mentioned the Atwood Lake Cemetery. That's where I just got a story for a Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah, because we were just talking about that not too long ago.
Yeah, and I was going to go down there and check that area out because I haven't been down there yet.
Yeah, it's worth taking a look at. And then, what is it? Oh, God, such a mess. Like Salt Fork.
Oh, Salt Fork, notorious.
Notorious for Bigfoot.
You stay mainly in Ohio in your investigations?
Actually, we've been to New York. We've done a lot in West Virginia, Pennsylvania. There's a lot in Indiana and Illinois. We haven't got all the way to Illinois yet, but Indiana, there's tons too.
I mean, it's amazing how many spots are almost in every state,
And our issue is, I think we've discussed it before, is Tammy won't get on a plane. So to travel across multiple states, we need to take a camper to go or knock her out.
Girls' road trip.
Well, that's one of the plans. If any of us have money, we're going to get a T.A.T mobile RV camper.
That's right, yes.
And that's all we're going to do is go cross country.
I give you credit, man. You go into places that probably most men wouldn't go into,
Well, and we'll find places just in driving, we'll stop and talk to the owners and say, hey, do you mind if we come back and do an investigation? So, I mean, when we're out and about, a lot of us are together, just going to the store, taking a drive or whatever, heading, and we'll find something and be like.
I took, when you guys left me, Was that at Moundsville or was that at, it was at Moundsville.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So the girls, they're still new at it. We went to Moundsville prison. We're up on the psych floor. And I would always tell the girls, if you feel that you go somewhere and you have a bad feeling about something or something just doesn't feel right, I said, we leave as a team. We walk out of that area as a team. So, and another thing I told them, and I said, if you start hearing things, don't run. Stay with me. Don't run. Listen out. Because it could be, I mean, especially if you're in an old building, an old house, it could be the house is creaking. It could be anything.
Okay,
But
so
wait, Al. We're going to put a disclaimer on that. Okay.
This is only our second investigation.
Oh, here we go, Al. Here we go.
Second investigation.
Okay, I'm okay if I hear things in front of me. I'm okay if I hear things behind me. I'm okay if I hear something beside me. But I have a problem when I hear things at the same time all around me.
Yes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I feel like I can't get out. So you know what I did, Al? I ran really fast.
I was going to say, yeah, run until you can't see you.
Okay, so we're in the psych ward. It's dark. Them two have the lights. I have no lights. They leave me in the dark.
We kind of told you we were good. We were freaking out a little bit, and then we were going to.
All I saw was these lights hitting the ceilings, hitting the walls as they're running down the hallway. I'm stuck in the dark. Well, as I'm standing there in the dark, I started hearing doors slam. And I knew it wasn't the girls because I watched the girls run in front of me. Mm-hmm. And I'm going, great. I'm just going to stand here and let them take me because I can't see where I'm going.
Then you got to worry about not falling down the steps.
We got to the end of the hallway and there were steps. Well, we weren't going to run down the steps.
No.
We totally leave Tam.
So we stopped at the end of the exit so we could see.
By the door.
And then we're seeing. So I don't know if you've been there, but the lights have grids on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like cages to cover the light bulbs. We're standing there waiting, kind of freaked out a little bit, and the grid just drops. And I'm like, I'm out. I ain't come back. I refuse to go back in there, Al. That was like my first, oh my God, this is some real serious. This
is
really,
serious shit.
Yeah, this happens.
Yeah.
This is the real deal.
So
Right.
we go out of the building. I let the girls collect their thoughts, and I looked at them both, and I said, we have to go back in there. And of course, they're both like, there ain't no way. And I said, listen to me. There's something going on that floor. We have to go in there and see what's going on. Well, Tara is like, there's no way in hell I'm going back in that building.
I went back.
And Amanda goes, you know what?
Stuck to her side, but
Amanda goes, I'm going to go back. And I looked right at her and I said, you go back. You better not run on me again. She goes, I won't. But she was glued to my hip. She didn't leave my side.
Hey, at least I went back.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I give you credit, man.
But now the difference is, as far as much as we grow
yeah.
out, we're running to it.
Yeah.
We're going to find it.
Yeah,
we're
the girls don't run
We're going
no more.
in the direction that.
Angel doesn't pee her pants anymore.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Getting
I was
better.
going to say maybe you might want to take a change of clothes, you know.
She used to have
Angel
to-
used to have to.
I'm better than I was.
Now there's a funeral home
Oh
That-
no. We ain't going
that
there.
me and Tara, we want to go back to it.
No, it's called
And Amanda and
Broadwell Funeral Home, Al. Broadwell Funeral Home.
Broadwell, where's that at?
it was down south.
Yeah.
No,
Up
No.
north.
was it up north? Amanda's going to look it up right now and see what
Well,
town
me
it is.
and Amanda are not going down in the basement again. Nope. Done. Nope.
we had some bad stuff happen down there,
Oh,
but
no.
me and Tara want to go back because
We were going to sleep in the car.
I don't know why that's where I see the most activities in the basement or in the attic.
I don't know. I get activity anywhere.
Yes.
I feel the
worst
bad stuff's in the basement. Yeah,
That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
yeah,
Felicity.
Felicity,
Ohio.
Felicity, Ohio.
Felicity. Okay.
yeah. Tara and I definitely want to go back, but Amanda and Angel.
You guys
Go ahead.
go.
Have at it. We'll sit outside.
Not even going.
You know what? They're going to go. You mark my words, they'll go. They may not go to the basement with us, but they'll go.
Well, and to kind of clarify, kind of explain what happened. So we went to the basement. You know, Tammy is a sensitive. So when Tammy does her readings and stuff out, I don't go with her because being a blood sibling, I tend to block her sometimes. I don't go because of our energies.
Yeah, right.
So if she does private readings, you know, they just kind of go doing their own thing. And I just skip out on that. So this was like, I don't hone in on the craft. I think we all have a little bit in us, but I don't practice it. I don't invite it in, whatever. But something happened in the basement where I kind of like shifted in who I was, like something overtook. I don't know. I've never had this experience before, but I guess it was getting aggressive to where I wanted to hurt the other two. And that's, well, but I guess whatever came, it was a violent entity. So there was like two different ones. So Tammy was kind of entranced by it. I went, which I never, like again, I said, have experienced that, which was enough to scare the other two to say, yeah, we ain't doing this again. See, bye, I'm out.
And it must have been bad.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen these. They both were legit scared. I mean, they were scared. They
carry holy water now.
If Angel and I could have got to the top of the stairs, we probably would have locked the other two downstairs. Yeah, that's how freaked out we were by that.
That was the only.
Yeah, that's the only time that's ever happened.
So I don't know what thing. And there wasn't long enough to be able to kind of get a feel. But after that, they refused to go to the basement. So as Tammy says, if we don't go as a team, we ended as a team.
You guys can go. You can go as a team. I'm not.
We didn't get to investigate anymore.
We'll watch.
So instead of being the T.A.T, it'll be T.A.T. It'll be T.A.
Just be T.T.
Or just T.
Just be T.T. for that day. So, but that's the only time it's ever experienced like that. So,
I mean, we've had
just some bad juju down there.
But we've had wild stuff happen at other places too. That my fear is, and I've always told the girls, is when they channel through me, I'm scared to death I'm going to hurt one of the girls. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest fear. But the girls have gotten so good with watching me and figuring out what's going on with me that Tara can snap me out instantly.
Almost like a hypnosis where it takes over your body.
There's times when the girls are looking at me and I'll look at them going, what are you looking at? And they're like, here we go. And they pick up on when something's going to happen.
What about where was the place that had the bad guy in the bathroom? What was that?
Oh, that was Fairfield. You ever been there?
I have not, no.
I think it's in Lancaster.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
It's an old poorhouse.
It's cool. That's another good place too. We got a lot of good stuff there.
The first time we went, we had a really good experience aside from the bathroom. Yeah. But we went back and the tour guide was the same guide from the first time. He was all excited we were there. Mm-hmm. So we were kind of running somebody through it again. We were walking through as a tour. And the fire alarms, he started to tell us, like, oh, I tell these people, other teams about you guys, because, all this crazy stuff has happened. And all of a sudden the fire alarms go off in the building. We all had to leave the building.
The fire department
had to come. But I think it was experience being like, hey, welcome back.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that show, American Horrors?
American Horrors?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The one on there that they did on American Horrors, it's the carnival episode where they do the carnival scene. Mm-hmm. The bus.
Yeah, the buses.
That was on in that movie, these people have in their backyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, it's the original bus.
Yeah, I know it's on location.
Yeah. Again, you go on our page, we got pictures of it.
I will.
Because I thought that was the coolest thing. Because when I seen that, I'm like, there's no way that can be that bus that I'm thinking it is. And it was.
Wow.
The guy that actually owns the building, that's what he does. He goes and gets this old stuff from these horror flicks.
I think I heard that. Yeah. That's by Lancaster.
Adam Kimball.
Yeah, he goes around and picks up artifacts from different movies and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was there, Madison.
Yeah, he's got like 3 or 4 places.
Several places out in Indiana.
Yeah. He owns Madison also here in Ohio.
Have you ever come across anything that was a demon?
No, but I've learned, I think we said that before, but I've learned not to read everything and believe everything I read, because we were going to
Cincinnati.
To a
church
seminary,
and I had read all this stuff on the way up because it was a long trip about demons and this and that, and just I had myself freaked out. Like I had my rosary out, I'm saying a couple Hail Marys, I refused to go in. Well, we go there and it wasn't nearly as active. We slept all through the night. I think at night we heard maybe growling. Tim and I, because the man was asleep. But I've learned, not to buy into everything I read, not to buy anything, the hype. To get the feel when I get there, to have my own experience.
Our energy.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes it's better to go in with an open mind, without knowing the.
Right. Exactly.
We try to avoid stuff like that if we can, but I can't say we've ever had anything really super evil to deal with. I mean, we've had bad spirits.
Yeah, angry spirits.
Oh, yeah.
But nothing demonic or anything that's been violent or, is scared.
I just look at the ones, that because I know there's people out there that's all they deal with is demonic stuff. God bless them and more power to them, because there's no way. There's no way.
Either. I don't touch any of that. I've run across it twice, in 40 some years, but I don't deal with that. I don't even touch it. There's other people that can go in and do that.
I would be more scared of bringing something home.
Yeah.
Bad.
I think too, it's always been an agreement that if we would encounter something like that, we're out. We're done. We're not touching it.
We're not engaging in it. It's
I've had people call me, and of course the first thing they say is, "You're going to think I'm crazy." No, I'm not going to think you're crazy. Tell me what's going on. And the first thing they'll say, "I think I have a demon." Okay, what makes you think you have a demon?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you think that you have a demon at your house?
Right.
And then once I get to talking to them, then I'll tell the girls what's going on. And if we think no,
it's legit, or if it's not worth, we kind of come to a consensus as a team to decide to make the determination whether, because Tammy's real good about getting the information, or Amanda is good about following up, and, and just what they're telling us, we're like, yeah, no, this one might be a little crazy.
Remember early on, we went to Cincinnati to an apartment.
Yeah.
I think there was some activity there, but
not as bad as.
No, it was minimal.
I think the lady maybe had some.
Yeah, she was mental
health issues.
Yeah.
So we've kind of come to screen a little better as far as whose house we go into and what we're doing. Because I don't.
And like I said,
that was early on too.
Right, and a lot of this since we've grown and we've kind of come a little bit more popular. It's a lot of word of mouth. So it's somebody we know that's a legitimate friend of them, to where you know what I mean. And it just kind of snowballs that way. But we get a lot of that word of mouth, and especially locally.
The lounge, Virginia.
So you do get calls for like homes or.
Oh
yeah.
And I just got one.
And that's what we do a lot in the winter, because a lot of the places we go to don't have heat. So, we don't want to be freezing in 20-degree weather. So during the winter months, that's when we do more of our residential privates. Some local businesses, some smaller businesses in the area, some homes. That's kind of the time we kind of cut out for in the winter.
What do you have planned coming up?
Usually we have our stuff's already booked, but we haven't done it yet.
Oh, you haven't done it?
No, we are, like I said, we're going to Sutton, West Virginia this weekend. Amanda and I found a couple new places, but there's a couple old places we want to go back to, like Greenville Manor. We want to go back there because it's only an hour and a half, if that, from us.
Yeah, and it just depends on the availability, the cost. So if it's too much, then we'll just reroute and hit old places again, and just kind of circle back around and kind of see if there's anything.
We ain't no rich girls.
Yeah.
No.
Because there's a lot of places we'd love to go to, but my God, Al, they want $1,000,
$1,500, yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Some places want 25, and we don't have that kind of money.
And we've been fortunate because we've kind of met up with some other teams that have invited us to go with them to lessen the cost for us.
Yeah.
Because Waverly's pretty expensive, but we had another team who's kind of followed us. We've got to know, but they invited us to kind of cut down the cost some, so we got that opportunity. But we get those, but they're far and few between.
Yeah.
That's what people don't really understand. Like when you go to Waverly or Greenville or Mansfield, none of it's free. Rent the place off for the night, but it's going to cost you.
The thing is with us, we don't mind paying to go somewhere as long as that money is going back into that building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Because a couple of places we found out over the years that the money didn't go back into the building; it went into their pockets. And once we found that out, we were like, "Well, we're not going back there then."
Right.
But overall, I think we've had majority of great experiences.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're you have those. You're going to hit them once in a while, but overall, we've had a lot of good times and a lot of paranormal investigation taking place. Yeah, a lot of.
We're talking about. We don't know what we're going to do yet. We're talking about going to Tennessee this year because we always plan a big trip every year
in the summer.
In the summertime, we'll take about a week and we'll go. And we're talking about going down to Tennessee this year.
Yeah, I have a couple paranormal friends that have run a jail down there. The jail's haunted. I don't know if you heard of it, Scott County Jail.
Yeah, we looked it up.
I think one of the teams.
Amanda and Dr. Summers, they both had their own paranormal teams, and they actually bought this jail that they, you can go in there and investigate, for yourself. That's on my list too. Make a trip down there.
It's actually that place is on our Tennessee list. Actually.
Yeah, and then we also, we're not going to go. We want to go, but we can't afford it. We wanted to go to that brushy prison,
Brushy Fork
down there in Tennessee.
I heard of that. I'm not sure. I have to go back in my notes.
The prison is like in the middle of nothing. I mean, it is literally in the middle of the woods.
And that's what that's what I like the best. I like the ones that
yes.
I think everybody's been to Waverly, everybody's been to Mansfield, Greenville, but it's to me, I love these ones that are secluded in the woods or these cemeteries that are you never heard of, that Night of the Living Dead was filmed at. I love these places like that.
Well, see, that's like a lot of people say to us, well, you girls need to go to New Orleans. Well, why? Everybody's been to New Orleans. It's called
Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
Okay.
It's huge, but it's absolutely in the middle of nowhere.
There's nothing. I think the nearest town's like 10 miles.
At least. I think, Another cemetery before I forget, it's in Sherrodsville, which is right down by Delroy. So if you go to Delroy, check out, it's called Mount Zion.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They have some really old, like soldier, like early, like Civil War, not Civil War, maybe World War II.
Yeah.
Graves. And then right in the middle of the cemetery is what would you call it? Like a monument. Maybe, of like 3 kids. We just actually learned that the history is that the kids burned up or passed away in a fire, but it's a huge plot right in the middle, or monument right in the middle of the cemetery.
What is that? Mount Zion Cemetery?
Yeah, Mount Zion.
Zion Cemetery, yeah.
It's off a little dirt road out in the middle of nowhere.
I heard of that. I think of a military cemetery.
Yes, and when you first pull in on the right-hand side, all the military sites are down on the right.
Go on our Facebook page. Tell people go on our Facebook page, and if they can give us ideas of other places to go to, we'd like to know.
We're always.
Or if somebody needs help with a private investigation.
Well, we'll put your link in for your Facebook group on the links below, so they can contact you to schedule if their houses. If your house is haunted and you want somebody to come out and look at it, and you're close by to these ladies here in Ohio.
We had somebody call us from West Virginia. Was
Kentucky?
Oh no, it was Kentucky.
After like 8 hours away.
After this first podcast.
Yeah. And we're like, no, we can't go that far.
Unless you want to pay some traveling expenses.
Well, that's what I said. You want to pay us? We'll come. Well, I don't have money. And I'm like, well, honey, normally we don't charge, but you're going to make me drive almost, I think it was 6 hours. Was it 8 hours? 8 hours. I can't.
I had a past guest on Bishop Long. He is a Bishop James Long. He is a demon exorcist, and he was an ex-priest. He's still a priest, I think, in the old Catholic Church.
Uh-huh.
He travels almost everywhere to do he doesn't charge to do these exorcisms, but he does ask for like some type of donation so he can get there,
Right.
Gas prices aren't going down.
Gas prices, places to stay. I mean, yeah, he'll come, but, gonna be money out of his pocket, to do that.
Right.
But it's been my pleasure having you on the show, and I'm sure we're going to talk again on some updates.
Oh, absolutely. Reach out.
Well, thanks a lot for contacting us and wanting to talk to us again.
Once we get our stuff scheduled, we'll reach out to you if you want to join us on a investigation.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Do a podcast on one of our investigations. That'd be cool.
Well, that would be cool. Yeah.
You better if you want to go and hunt with us.
I have to check my schedule and see what's going on. And that'd be, if it could work something out, that'd be cool.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, girls.
All right. Thanks, Al.
Thanks a lot, Al. You have a great night.
Thank you, Angel, Tammy, Amanda, and Tara, the women from the T.A.T, all-woman paranormal team. It's always my pleasure talking to these girls. If you could please go to Apple and rate and review Ghost in the Valley podcast, I would really appreciate that. If you have a ghost story to share, UFO, cryptids, anything paranormal, and you'd like to come on the show, you can contact me at crawly54@gmail.com. I'm available on all streaming platforms, and I will see you in 2 weeks with another great episode on Ghost in the Valley podcast.